Time magazine today is out with its inaugural Time 100 AI, a new list highlighting the 100 most influential people in the field of artificial intelligence. Among those picked for the issue are Tesla and ex-CEO Elon Musk and former Google CEO Eric Schmidt, as well as our next guest, the CEO of Inflection AI, Mustafa Suleyman. He's out with a new book entitled The Coming Wave: Technology, Power, and the 21st Century's Greatest Dilemma. And let's start with that dilemma with an excerpt that really kind of encapsulates the challenge here. It's in the book's prologue, and it says, with AI, we could create systems that are beyond our control and find ourselves at the mercy of algorithms that we don't understand. With biotechnology, we could manipulate the very building blocks of life, potentially creating unintended consequences for both individuals and entire ecosystems. The fate of humanity hangs in the balance, and the decisions we make in the coming years and decades will determine whether we rise to the challenge of these technologies or fall victim to their dangers. But in this moment of uncertainty, one thing is certain. The age of advanced technology is upon us, and we must be ready to face its challenges head on. The prologue concludes like this. The above was written by an AI. The rest is not, although it soon could be. This is what is coming. Is it too late?
It's definitely not too late.
Are you sure?
Technologies have always made us richer and smarter. And over many, many centuries, we've now invented things that have made us healthier, wealthier, given millions of people the opportunity to move out of poverty and eat better, live better, get access to healthcare. That is the natural trajectory of technology that we're on. But every time we have a new technology, there are risks. And this time is no different. We really have to contain those risks and make sure that, these technologies are accountable to our democratic elected governments. And that's the story I've tried to write in the book.
So AI is such a catch-all, Mustafa, that I think it's good to sort of zero in on exactly what you're talking about here. People say the robots are coming and they're going to take over, but it also means that it finds better directions, to the bookstore on my phone. So when you say AI, what excites you most and what worries you most?
Well, some of the most exciting applications are actually in healthcare. I mean, imagine having a perfect doctor that can read radiology scans extremely cheaply, instantly, and with access to the entire history of all past cases. I mean, typically your best doctor may have only read 30,000 cases in their entire life. But the AI doctor will have seen millions and millions, and that allows it to be more accurate and ultimately more cheap, right? We can make it available to hundreds of millions of people. And that's the trajectory that we're on over the next decade. Everybody is going to get access to the very best healthcare, the very best tutor or educator. Everyone is going to get that in their pocket. And I think that will make us radically richer, wealthier, and happier.
So it seems as if the conversation about AI has really just picked up in the last year or two. I recognize, obviously, companies have been working on it much earlier than that. But it's the speed of this, right? Isn't that part of this? Is this sort of unrelenting speed that's only going to accelerate? And that's what makes people nervous. So why shouldn't they be?
That's exactly right. The upside is that things are progressing incredibly fast, which means that everybody is able to play with this technology, develop it, use it to build their own, types of AI, new types of applications. The downside is we also need our institutions and our popular culture to be able to adapt at the same speed. I mean, this is clearly going to change who we are as a species and how we live and how we organize ourselves, just as every past technology has changed what it means to be human. I mean, we now have aircraft that enable us to travel all around the world within just a few hours. I mean, that has completely transformed globalism and nationalism and our sense of self, our connection to our families. And so we just have to make sure that things change at a pace that people can accept and that we can all accommodate.
But what do you make of the kind of ethical constraints on this, right? So what happens when the top 100 list includes Elon Musk, Eric Schmidt?
Thank you.
These are capitalists, right? They are moving on the basis of a certain set of assumptions. The economic system may even presuppose a set of disposable people as a result, and this makes it more efficient. How do we think about the ethical constraints around AI in a world that's run by greed and selfishness often?
Yes, often.
I am also a capitalist. I believe that making profit is the engine of our progress. I mean, this is how we have produced enormous value in the world. So we have to praise and cherish that system, but it also needs shackles and constraints. And that's where regulation comes in. I think that in the last couple of years, we've put a lot of effort into talking to this administration, President Biden, but also many other regulators around the world to raise concerns and say, look, this is only going to work if we have sensible guardrails that restrict the technology, that put a slowness on how it is implemented throughout the world, and that's how we'll stay accountable to the people.
That sounds a little too easy. I mean, how do we get everybody on the same page about this and have sensible regulations on it?
Well, I think that is going to be challenging. I mean, we have differences of values with our adversaries in China, for example. Yeah, we are definitely going to be on different ends of the spectrum here. Yeah. We believe in freedom and openness and allowing people to experiment. In China, they have a very different attitude, and they see this as an opportunity to increase surveillance, to have face recognition everywhere. We should be skeptical of those things, but at the same time, we also have to be regulated.
You got to know about it. The Coming Wave. The new book is entitled The Coming Wave: Technology, Power, and the 21st Century's Greatest Dilemma.